This is best of the best MMORPG games on mobile platform. I would like to say it based on how best the graphic, how many features the games has, MMORPG with so many active players, and the most played MMORPG games on Android and iOS, which is at least one game will has that criteria. I guarantee the games of these games is really worth to be the best MMORPG on mobile platform. Top 10 best MMORPG Open World for Android. 10 MMORPG game will be the most played MMORPG on Android. Hornskill. Hornskill is quite unique because this is our first time to see combination of MMORPG and Minecraft mixed blend well into a games. The graphic has chibi style and it looks so fun and cool. The ambience is really refreshing with such a beautiful ocean. The games let us build some building and stack box by box, the same as the Minecraft MMORPG games, and this is the next level. In games, we can collect a card to summon an ally in games and help us to defeat the monster easier and more effective. Tower of Fantasy. This game has sci-fi world with combination between technology and beautiful panorama that we can fully explore. The graphic is super the best if we compare with the other anime MMORPG games. In games, we can fly, high jump, climb, which is that action we cannot find on other MMORPG games. I'm pretty sure it will be the greatest anime games MMORPG on mobile. Odin Valhalla Rising. This MMORPG will blow your mind. Just see how realistic the graphic, and if you look more details, the face motion looks so unreal because this game made by motion capture by real human. I really appreciate the developer focus on attention on detail because this game are playable for PC and mobile platform, or usually we call it cross-platform. The world map is way bigger than common MMORPG you find on mobile. The skill showcase is insane. Blade and Soul 2. This game has been prepared more than 3 years, and that makes this game is really promising. The combat battle is really good and not stiff because we can move while attack the enemy. There are an auto on these games, but I highly recommend you to play manually while fighting the boss because the boss has high damage with large area skill, but we should dodge manually. The game has many jobs and not gender lock, so we can choose male or female on every character. Sword Art Online Black Swordman Ace. Sword Art Online come from the most successful anime movie RPG from Japan, and it well known as the great anime on history on the worldwide. When this game's introduced on global, it has so many hypes by the SAO fans. In games, every character can use many weapons like bow, sword, axe, lance, and we can change whenever we want. The Kirito character will be an NPC on these games. We are playable to choose different classes, which is it has their own specialty. Diablo Immortal. Diablo Immortal has been exist more than 10 years on games industry. This game was one of the most successful dark fantasy RPG on history, but now they make it into MMORPG genre, which is it will become more massive. New player come to join these games. Diablo is the pioneer of dark fantasy games. The story is about to defeat the Dark Lord to save our lands. The gameplay is really hardcore and absolutely not pay to win MMORPG games on Android. Marvel Future Revolution. Who will guess Marvel will launch their franchise into mobile games? Because as we all know, Marvel is well known of best action movie. It gives the fans something fresh air that make the fans can freely play their favorite main hero, as same as the movie. In games, every character has more specific skill rather than on the movie. Story look like some hints about what will Marvel movie will face in the future. The environment super futuristic that will spoil your eyes. Grand Saga. After successor of Genshin Impact, it seemed like every games developer doing race each other to follow how hype the Genshin Impact games. Grand Saga is one of the answer. It has realistic graphic but still focus on anime style. The armor and the weapon look so bright and shine. Absolutely stunning design of MMORPG games. I highly will play these games when it's launched. The voice character make these games more alive and make us want to follow the storyline.
さあ行こうか。俺は英雄になるんだ。
Dragoness 2. There is so many Dragoness fans, not only from Asia, which is the game's made, but the community is come from Europe, Africa, and all around the world. World of Dragoness is the newest project of the series and of course come with lot of improvement and progress. It has many skill trees that we need to choose to make sure our character match on skill to deal higher damage. Hopefully, this game will long lasting on mobile because we want to enjoy it for next few years later. World of Zenonia. Zenonia is the best action RPG and it has so great improvement on every series they launch. Start from Zenonia 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and Rift, and I really highlight on World of Zenonia. It really the most anticipated games for us. Usually this game has such a deep storyline and that really enjoyable to play. This game is on project and we are still waiting for news of World of Zenonia MMORPG games.